Woohoo!
Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. We are filming on the fly because it has been a crazy busy week. It is going to be busy weeks ahead.
Oh boy.
So we have invited some friends to help us out.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about full-time RV life with little kids, with big kids,
with pets.
Pets as in cats and or dogs.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's get into those interviews.
In hot weather and in cold weather.
Yeah, exactly. But we will give you guys just a quick little introduction.
Yeah.
We now have a dog.
Yeah, we do.
That's so exciting! So as some of you know, our daughter Anna is moving to Africa and she has had her dog with her for 10 years.
Yes.
Which means our life has to change.
It's true.
We haven't really traveled with her yet. We've stayed here in Drumheller with Daphne for the summer. It's been a good transition because Anna's also been here, so really smooth transition for the dog. Yep. And we're just loving having her with us.
She is an adventure dog. So we had her down in Arizona, in the hills of Arizona, running around there. We've had her in the hills running around here.
She's pretty crazy.
So she's gonna fit in.
She loves to run and play like a puppy, and then because she's an old dog, she pays for it later in the evening.
Oh yeah.
And her hips hurt and her legs hurt.
It's like
we can relate because we feel the same way.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, you'll be seeing a lot more of Daphne in future videos, but for today, we just wanted to share with you our friends. So let us introduce them real quick to you guys.
First of all, there is CR View.
Yes.
That is Crystal and Tim and Grace.
Tim the dad.
Yes.
Grace the mom and Crystal the daughter.
Who are you?
I'm Crystal.
I'm Tim, the dad.
What channel are we from?
We are CR View. First of all, thank you, Kent. Thank you, Lisa, for inviting us to join you guys in this video. Well, for you folks at home, let me just say, if you're sitting there with an adult child and you're waiting on them to get their life together, to get out there to find their own place before you pack it up and hit the road,
what are you waiting for?
Do it.
Just go.
If they ain't got it together, take them with you.
Go.
It's the best thing in the world. They're not going to be with you much longer anyway. You get to spend some quality time with them. You get to see some amazing places together. Who knows that they won't find their place along the way? Because we did. We had her older brother with us for the first year. We wintered in an area here, actually in this area.
Yep.
And he got a part-time job for the
Christmas season.
For the holiday season. They hired him on permanent by the time we left out of there after the holidays. He found his own place to stay, and he's been on his own since.
Yep.
So, you know, they will find their own path, and they don't have to do that before you hit the road. Take them with you. We still got Crystal with us. She's writing books.
You're stuck with me.
She pretty much takes care of the laundry and the groceries and that kind of stuff.
And I do a lot of the setup and tear down as well.
We work her more than we work us, to be honest. We just want to encourage you to go ahead, make those plans, take them with you, and they'll find their path.
Another thing people might be worried about is if you have senior dogs. We had
senior dogs and bigger dogs.
Yes, larger, because you know there's not a whole lot of room in an RV. We had 4 of us plus 2 dogs, and one of them was
How old was Tim?
When we started RVing, he was 15.
And was he ever out of Texas before that?
No, he lived 15 years in Texas.
Did he ever go to the beach?
No.
So what did he get to do after we hit the road?
We got to bring him to the Pacific Ocean, and he swam, he didn't swim, but he walked in the sand and got his feet wet in the Pacific Ocean, and it was just such a special moment. I think the activity, like, since we were more mobile, we were more walking around, I think that extra activity and taking him on more frequent walks extended his life.
Because we walked every day with him. I think it gave him at least 2 more years.
2.5.
Maybe, yeah.
Because he was, you know, a couple months shy of turning 18 before he passed in his sleep. Abby, she's our little dachshund mix. She adjusted very well. She loves the RV life. She loves going up and down the stairs. Even when we're using the ramp, she loved using the ramp just to prove she could do it. She really had no issue. And then we just got a little, when we first got her, she was 3 months old. And because this is basically all she knew, she's adjusted so well.
Ollie?
Yes, our little baby. She's 7 months old now. She's adjusted so well, you know, and she is a smaller puppy. So we've had all three kind of sizes. We've had medium, small, and large.
Yep. Well, what else can we say?
I don't
Do
know.
it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Stop thinking about it. Stop hesitating. I've never looked back. I don't regret not 1 second the decision we made to pack it up, sell the house, buy an RV, and hit the road. Yep.
You know, so that's all there is, I guess.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
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 Thank
What
you,
am I doing
Kent,
with my
Lisa. We love you.
That's right.
Check out their YouTube channel.
With their
Super,
dogs.
Super fun. And they have had dogs and they've been RVing full time for a long time.
Yeah.
The other couple that we're going to be talking with today are Garrett and Carolyn and their 3 kids,
Yeah.
Emma and Timmy and Edison. They've been full-timing for a while as well. Of course, we don't have any experience full-timing with kids.
No.
They have all the experience. So
Hey everybody, I'm Garrett,
And I'm Carolyn.
and we're Diary of a Family.
And we're living life intentionally with you. So we are a travel nurse family. I'm the nurse.
I'm the stay-at-home parent.
And we have traveled pretty much almost half the United States at this point. We've been on the road for 2 years, having lots of fun.
One of the first things that is different for us is our needs while we're in an RV park.
We're definitely thinking towards safety for the kids and places for them to play. An RV park that's really crowded, only has work campers and no playground is a no-go for us.
RV parks that are 55 and older, also a no-go.
Obviously, we're not 55 years old and we have kids, and they would annoy the heck out of the retired people.
Laundry can also be quite a headache for us.
Oh yeah. We've learned to have the kids and ourselves wear clothes multiple times throughout the week until they are physically soiled, where you can see they're dirty or you can smell they're dirty. That's when they go in the laundry hamper. But still, it's pretty pricey.
Social distancing is a plus for this one.
Social distancing is a plus for this one. People can't smell us. We do about 3 loads of laundry a week. And depending on the laundromat, our weekly bill can be somewhere around $12, sometimes $13. And that's about $50 a month just in laundry fees.
Yeah.
The more bodies you have, the more laundry you make.
Many RVers don't cook when they travel, but that's something that's really just not even an option for us.
With 5 mouths to feed and trying to stick to a budget, you can't go out to eat more than once a month, maybe every other week.
It's delicious.
Yeah, we would be broke.
We would be broke. But that comes to the issues with shopping. Because of small refrigerator space and storage and more mouths to feed, you are going to the grocery store more often.
Usually when I go shopping, we have a list of staples that we get, and I try my best to keep those in stock. Right now with coronavirus, I've also been basically doing all the shopping by myself. I found that shopping early in the morning before the kids get up, like on a weekend, has been helpful, but it is also just a lot of work.
I think grocery shopping happens once or twice a week.
About
for
twice a
us.
week.
We've learned different cooking options. We have a Blackstone grill that we use for outdoor cooking. We do have an instant pot for those meals that we really don't want to turn on the oven for. We do have a propane oven and propane stovetop. And we use the microwave heavily when we are with power.
Last is cultivating relationships that are meaningful for our kids. And this one is extremely important, especially when you have social butterflies in your family.
We do look for opportunities where we can meet other families that are on the road with kids about our kids' ages to spend quality time with them, doing fun adventures, and even doing like rallies and things. Through the Full-Time Families organization, we have come across so many awesome people who do this as a lifestyle with their children, and gives us learning opportunities too, where we can go and look for places in the United States that would be great learning opportunities, have interesting things at their locations, like zoos and museums and national parks.
We try to turn our entire journey into one big learning experience for our kids. If you want to follow our adventures, we are on Diary of a Family on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and diaryofafamily.com.
And diaryofafamily.com. If you want to email us, that's at connect@diaryofafamily.com.
Back to you, Kent and Lisa.
Definitely check out Diary of a Family.
Yeah.
Their YouTube channel is amazing. As a side note, Garrett does RV media creators.
That's true.
And helps us make
with
videos.
our tech.
Yes.
Getting it all straight.
Yeah.
There's also Mel and Nettie.
Yes. What's their YouTube channel?
Their YouTube channel is Mel, Nettie, Living Zip Codeless.
Mel, Nettie, Living Free, Zip Codeless.
Yeah.
Definitely check out their
Free.
channel. They have a cat named Jack. He is a gorgeous Norwegian forest cat, and they live full-time in their rig. They are just on the cusp of traveling in their rig, but they have been full-time in their motorhome for several years. So
They are.
Yeah.
This is their retirement month.
Oh, we're so
Mel
excited for
and
them.
Nettie retiring.
So excited.
Crazy.
We're here today to talk about traveling with pets. When we first got our RV and we wanted to travel with Jack, our cat, we had a little bit of an issue. He was scared out of his gourd. He didn't know what was going on, the noise, a different surrounding. At that time, we had a bumper pull. We put him in the trailer, really didn't try to force him into anything. And then when we ended up getting a fifth wheel, we put him in the truck. And we put him with a little bit of water and his
cat litter box, because he's pretty nervous, so he definitely needed that with us as we were traveling. But initially we did try to put him in his cat carrier, and that wasn't a good thing.
That was a disaster.
Yeah.
He was so nervous and scared that he broke his nails inside there, and he was trying to crawl out of a cage, and that just didn't go over well.
Right.
And we made a mistake. We pulled over on the side of the road, and we were going to let him out of his cage, and he was going to run.
Yeah, he tried to bolt.
Yeah, he tried to bolt, and then Nettie had grabbed him and scratched her up pretty good because he was scared, she was scared. I mean, it was a crazy thing.
Yeah.
After we had bought the Class A and we brought him in here, he started to feel a little bit better because we weren't taking him out of his environment and putting him into something else. So what we started doing was we started every once in a while starting up the rig so he would get familiar with the sound, and then I would re-level the rig, which we have to do here probably once a week.
Yeah, quite often.
Because we're too heavy for the pad. They didn't put enough rock down. So once a week we crank it up and we re-level, and then so he's getting used to that. Before, he used to just jump up on the couch and kind of whimper in a corner because he was scared of the noise and whatnot. Now he's kind of used to it. If he's sleeping on the floor, he don't even bother to get up. So we're thinking that once we start full timing, which will be pretty soon, that he'll get used to moving along, with the noise.
And we have taken the Class A on vacation with him.
Right.
He did pretty well. He was nervous like before. It took him probably, I don't know, maybe a half hour or so.
A half hour, and he adapted
and then he
a
was
lot
okay.
faster with the Class A than he did with a truck and pulling the fifth wheel.
So as far as the Class A, he does really great in the Class A now.
So, and then we have cameras set up so we can watch him. We can watch the temperature in the rig. If we need to come back and readjust the air conditioner, turn it on, the generator, whatever we need to do. We have cameras. We can watch it on our phones if we go and sightsee, look at places and whatnot. We want to make sure that he's comfortable. We don't stress him out, and he's not locked up in the heat or in the cold. And I mean, he's basically our kid, and we take care of him, and that's the way we feel about it.
And he's 10 years old, so he really adapted well to the RV. We didn't think he would because of his age, but he adapted pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep, and he's real comfortable in here.
So that's our story with our cat. Your story may be different. You may have a cat that just loves to go, or several cats, or you may have a dog. you know.
Yeah.
So everybody has a different story. We hope you enjoyed ours. Thanks for
you.
watching.
Check out their channel. They're fairly new YouTubers. We'll leave all the links for the description of, we'll leave all the links for all these videos and Instagram accounts in the description below.
And then there's a crazy
Finally,
Canadian couple.
Canadians.
Christian and Tracy.
From Tumbleweed RV Life.
Yep.
And they have little dogs. So
Yep.
they've been traveling with their little dogs in their camper.
They have one that won't actually travel with them because it doesn't do well on the road.
Yeah, exactly. So they
and
have
then 2 others.
Yeah. So let's hear from them.
Well, hello there. I'm Tracy and this is Christian. We're from Tumbleweed RV Life.
We've been asked by Kent and Lisa with Living Light RV to talk a little bit about what's involved with traveling with 2 small dogs between Canada, the US, and Baja, Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So each kind of country has its own kind of requirements.
Right.
So every time we cross a border, there is a requirement to have the latest vet certificates. So you got to make sure that all their shots are up to date.
And the date stamp on the vet certificate has to be dated, of course, 30 days before you leave
For Mexico.
for Mexico.
For Mexico. Now, we've never been asked for them, and it's probably the time that you don't have them that you're going to be asked for them.
Right.
In Mexico, on the website, so if you go to the border crossing website for Mexico, if they do ask for it, you don't have all the paperwork, they can make arrangements to have a vet to actually come to the border.
Yeah.
And so you can do a little side trip, go see the vet, and then cross the border. The border is always the issue. Crossing the Canadian-US border, so crossing to the US side, and I do believe also into Canada,
Right.
is that you're not supposed to have any open dog food.
Oh yeah, we did hear that.
So bags, it has to be in the original bags. It can't be in a plastic container that you pour the bag in. So just try to make sure that you don't have any open bags and that you cross the border with a closed bag of food or cans. It's fine. Everything that's closed is fine. The other aspect of traveling with dogs is that our dogs are not leash dogs.
No. They don't like to be on leash. They do behave when I have them on the leash. It's just they don't walk in a straight line. They're not used to it. Okay. Even in a campsite, I have a pen. I like to pen them, and they stay in the pen. But if I was going to take them for a walk, they walk beside us, and it's not legal, but they do stay beside us.
Tend to be a little maverick with the rules.
Yeah.
Our kind of methodology in the morning when they need to go out, we usually just open the door and let them out. That's when we're somewhere, either we've been there a while, a few days or a week or so, and they get used to that. They go out, they do their business, and they come. You can hear them pitter patter up the steps again. The other thing to consider is when you leave them behind.
Yeah.
So when we go on day trips, and I think we've seen a number of people have special Wi-Fi cameras and sensors, and we don't really get into that. We tend to either camp somewhere. If it's hot, we're going to have power, but when we're on our land down in Baja, we're on the Pacific side, so it never gets really hot.
No.
And we do leave them there, so we don't monitor them per se. If it's too hot for the dogs, it'd be too hot for us.
We take them.
Yeah, so if it is going to be hot, maybe November, December, it could be quite warm. And if we're not, if we don't have power, then we'll just take them with us.
Yeah.
And leave them in the truck and just let the truck run.
Air conditioning on.
And just leave the air conditioning on.
Yeah.
What else? We have a puppy, and we found out the hard way.
Yeah.
When as soon as we left him more than a couple hours, the puppy tended to want to chew stuff, and her chew of choice is wires.
His wires.
My head.
Not mine. His.
My earbuds. My extension long charging cable, an HDMI cable, and each time.
So just be aware that if you have a puppy, and you're traveling with a puppy,
and you're leaving them for the day,
and you're leaving them,
be
aware of your surroundings. What can they grab to chew? Because they get bored, and I call it boredom. That's Pepita, and we call her Chewy for a reason. But she still does get into the garbage, so we have to still be aware of the fact that she is a garbage dog. She comes from a place where she had to scrounge for her food, for her meal. She was the rescue, so we are aware, and we have to put away the garbage. We have to put away the garbage.
Besides that, I mean, our dogs are just a pleasure to travel with. They're awesome. They have no problem staying either a long time in the truck for a travel day, or spending the day left in the camper by themselves. I've been in the camper working all day, and Tracy was out and about all day, and they don't move. They just sleep on the bed. I'm there anyways. I might as well not be, because they just sleep all day anyways. So
I don't know.
Definitely when we get home, they're very happy to see us.
And they're excited, and you can tell they need to run.
Yeah, they burn off energy pretty quick. So about 5 minutes and that energy's gone.
And they're ready for a nap again.
Yeah. And hopefully this was informative.
Thank you, Kent and Lisa.
Thank you so much for asking us to do this. Always fun. Always like sharing. And hopefully this is what you were looking for.
They have a lot of advice and insight as well, and they also have an amazing YouTube channel, Tumbleweed RV Life. Be sure to check that out too. You guys, thank you so much for supporting us, for supporting our friends, for this amazing YouTube community that we can all connect together and collab and encourage each other and learn from each other.
It takes all kinds.
It does, and we all have a different way of doing life. So you guys leave in the comments below if you travel with kids, adult kids, dogs, cats, other family members, birds, snakes, whatever it happens to be. I would love to hear.
Snakes on a plane.
Snakes in a trailer. I don't know how that works. But leave that in the comments below. We'd love to hear your tips on how you make it work for full-time RV living. You guys, take care. Have a great week. My name is Lisa.
And my name is Kent, and we're Living Light RV.
We are grabbing life by the tail. We know you are too, and we'll see you next Thursday. There's a big one that just jumped right here.
I know. Doing?
We are so excited. It is time to reveal our top secret plans.
Thanks for joining us. So here's the top secret plans. These ones are heading under wraps for a while, but at the end of this month, Lisa and I are getting on an airplane, and we are flying down to